The British School of Athens' first building, the Upper House, was designed by its first director, Francis Cranmer Penrose. In 1886, Penrose travelled to Athens to take up this post, accompanied by his wife Harriet and three of their daughters, Emily, Alice and Mary. A recent acquisition in the BSA archive is Emily Penrose's diary, dating to the second half of their residence in Athens, from March 1887 to the end of November of the same year. This gives us a vivid picture of what life was like here in Athens for Emily and her family. Historian of archaeology, Dr. Amara Thornton, tells us more.
Emily Penrose was the eldest of Francis and Harriet's daughters. She was 28 when she arrived in Athens with her family and was studying classics and modern languages for entrance exams to Oxford. She would later be admitted to Somerville College in 1888. Emily was also a gifted watercolor artist, trained by her father. It is possible, although sadly not confirmed, that some of the paintings that still hang in the Upper House, such as that of Pentelli Monastery, were painted by Emily. In her diary, Emily also gives us insight into the social and academic community in Athens in the late 19th century, particularly among the foreign schools and institutes, at that time the French, German, and American. One of the first events Emily records in her diary on Saturday the 12th of March, 1887, is the laying of the foundation stone of what would become the first permanent building of the American School of Classical Studies, a few meters distant from the Upper House. In fact, many of the people Emily interacted with were students and scholars of the American school. The architect Samuel Tobridge, students William L. Cushing, Mortimer L. Earle, Nicholas E. Cosby, and Joseph McKean Lewis, who tragically died that year, and successive directors Martin Luther Jude and Augustus C. Merriam. Francis Penrose had been appointed for a period of 1 year, from November 1886 to November 1887. Students also arrived during that year, and would have been faces that Emily knew very well by the time she departed Athens. Ernest Arthur Gardner was the first, followed soon thereafter by David George Hogarth, both of whom would become directors of the BSA. Although it housed a newly established BSA library in what is now our lecture hall, the Upper House quickly became the official residence of the BSA director. A small brass plaque on the door of the house now indicates that it is the director's house. Emily, her sisters, and her parents spent their days in these rooms and these gardens, reading, studying, and swapping stories with one another. Although we know very little about the interior layout of the Upper House in its earliest days, this was effectively the Penrose family home. There are hidden clues here, there, and all around of the people who once lived here.